This is a good hard rock, commercial hard rock album to spend a beautiful spring day with. And I did. Jayler, Voices Unheard. Hey group, welcome to Action Rock Corner. I'm your host, Richard May. We love our Zeppelin, sure we do. And Jayler has some similarities, respectfully, with Zeppelin. Get the bass player that plays keyboards, got the high-pitched frontman singer with big hair. I did. Big ass hair. Good looking kid. And, the great guitar playing, good drummer. But it's the 21st century. The singer, James, I can read my handwriting, right? James, right. Excuse me. When he hits those high notes, it's not Robert Plant. It's Josh from Creative Fan Fleet. It's 21st century, boys and girls. That's who the people under 40 know. So, and that's all good. No shade coming from here. I love this record. That's why we're sitting here talking about this record. This is a good record. Okay? Am I being cynical or not? Let's see. It starts with a half-minute harmonica piece. I love harmonica. I'm down with it. I'm down with how they started the record. And I don't want to play, I didn't want to grow up to be a record producer. Not on my bucket list. Okay? Not there. Should we start with a half-minute harmonica solo? And then, some people, on YouTube, some reviewers, has disdain for the harmonica as a musical instrument. I don't. I love the harmonica. I'm good. Give me a harmonica. Love it. And so I like it. I think it's a nice start. And then it goes into the first song down below. More harmonica in that song. Great stuff. And, I'm not one of these people slagging anyone for sounding like another band, especially an older band that you are paying homage to, that inspires you. Should be more bands that sound like Led Zeppelin. Led Zeppelin has done some business. Okay? It's a good career move. It's a good artistic move. Excuse me if my old cynical side comes through as I'm talking here. Never mind career. It is a good artistic move. That if you play guitar like Jimmy Page, you sound kind of like Robert Plant and can hit those notes. and you got a kick-ass rhythm section, and the bass player happens to be a keyboard player, go for it. You know, Stooges, everyone loves the Stooges. I love the Stooges, but the Stooges never was an arena band. Okay? Not really. Okay? And neither was the MC5. We love them, but they never really did the business. Zeppelin did some bank in the day. And we love Zeppelin. And we love Creative Fan Fleet. And it's good if that's what you want to do in your musical career. You know, this is what I want to be. You know, I want to take some inspiration from Zeppelin or Greta Van Fleet and maybe be, because Jayler is a bit more commercial in my ears than Zeppelin or Greta Van Fleet. It sounds odd to say that. You know, Zeppelin's done some bank, yeah, but they never were a singles band. You know, they never chased trends. Zeppelin. Greta Van Fleet's still a fairly, but they've been around 10 years. This is Jayler's debut full length, that EP out 3 years ago. So their second release. And there's some hype coming with them. Read an interview. You know, they got management. The bands I review here, they're self-managing. They don't have management. It's them. And bless their heart. And bless your heart, we got management. You know, to get you to the next level so you can play theaters at least. Instead of, 100-person clubs, which I love. I love a good show with 100 people. 100 of my closest friends for this band. I love that. Okay? But it's hard to make, support the kids and the fam and travel and drive and the mortgage and all that good stuff, with 100 people. And you get more like 2,000 and you charge a decent buck to get in and some merch. Yeah, it might be okay. So, no shade, But this is debut, good stuff. It is diversified, okay? You do have kind of a ballad. There's different, bittersweet, a bit slow, sentimental. But I liked it. Through, it broke the ballad rule for me. Some of the songs are a little bit commercial. And that's okay. That's okay. And 2 songs I saved. One song that has a video, Riverboat Green. Riverboat Green. Nice song. Good song. Second song I saved, Love Maker, which is towards the end of the record. Riverboat Green's the second true song. Track 3, but second true song. You get that 30-second harmonica thing, with James warming up his harmonica. So Riverboat Green is the second proper song. Nice video, out in nature. And a Love Maker, reasonably nice sleaze, respectable sleaze. And those are the two songs I saved and I really liked. But it's all killer, no filler. Did I mention I took a long ride today? Had to do some stuff. So it took me like 5 hours. So I had 5 hours of this record in my ears, on my buds, on my headphones, I should say. And I caught myself nodding my head to the rhythm section. I think it was this. You get me nodding, tapping my foot. Yeah, you're getting to me. I'm not necessarily the most expressive person when I'm enjoying my music. But yeah, if I'm tapping the foot, nodding my head, I'm not necessarily a headbanger. But if I'm nodding my head in time, I'm liking it. Maybe even loving it. And this record did that for me. So, anything I'm forgetting here? You know, apparently a nice size label helping them out. And, you know, their debut record, and they're from England. And they talk about their inspiration of, you know, Zeppelin and Sabbath and whatnot. Yeah, I kind of chose not to wear my Zeppelin shirt because they're going to hear enough of that anyway. And it's all good. More Zeppelin, please. You want to sound like AC/DC? Bless your heart. You know, love my no bull. That sounds like AC/DC. You know, you want to sound like Slade or Status Quo. Status Quo is what I'm hearing. You know, good for you. Gotta sound like somebody. You know, while you're trying to sound like yourself, you gotta take your inspiration from somebody else. Because you didn't invent rock and roll, boys and girls. You're getting it from somewhere. Okay? So I mentioned they're from England. Good hype seems to be happening for them, building up to this debut. I think debut just came out last Friday. I'm putting this out Saturday, so last week Friday. And it's just a good hard rock record. I also heard high energy rock. For a channel called Action Rock Corner, good move. Dude, that was the Google saying high energy rock. Yeah, you got the one ballad sort of thing in Bittersweet. But yeah, the energy is there. You know, the action's there. Good production. You got the one song, but it's different. Okay, it's different. It's not the bad ballad thing. It is good for mixed company. Through the one song, Need Your Love, with the Evil Woman video. And not the coolest thing. I understand, but not the coolest thing. But yeah, basically, it's good for mixed company. It is on YouTube, of course. Anything to offend us. The Evil Women gag, you know, on the video for Need Your Love. Of course, on YouTube, they give you the video for Need Your Love. I think on the album, you're not going to have the prelude and the audio for Need Your Love, you know, but they're giving you the video on YouTube. I would prefer, you know, to skip, you know, the prelude that the video had and go right to the music and been fine. So nothing, I don't think there's anything too much to defend that I remember hearing. Is it fun? It's a Zeppelin mode. Of course it's fun. How can you? I mean, I'm down for all of Zeppelin inspired bands. You know, the fast way to view. You know, what am I thinking of? I forget. It'll come to me later. You know, Greta Van Fleet and I can't think of the. I saw them open for Black Sabbath too. The old's getting to me. And you know, it's all good. You know, you gotta sound like somebody. You like this video? Give it a like. Subscribe to Extra Corner. Ring the notification bell. And go listen. You don't have to believe the hype. And don't spend money to see if the hype is deserved. You can just go on YouTube, look up Jayler, Voices Unheard. You can find this and the EP that came out a few years ago. And you know if the hype's there or not. Is the hype deserved? I'm in the deserved category. I think the hype is. There might be other bands I enjoy more or equally, but this is fun. For latest in action rock, energy rock, garage rock, punk, psych, psychobilly, stoner rock, and the classic and legacy bands that inspires all of us to this day. Jayler wears his inspiration on its sleeve, and that's a good thing. Don't lose the plot, Jayler, like Fastway did. Boy, did they ever lose the plot. Trying to remember the other band that sounded like Zeppelin. God darn it. It's in my living room. I think I kept it in my living room. Kingdom Come. That's who they were. I think they're still together. Well, it's the one guy. So if he's alive, Kingdom Come is here to our day. Kingdom Come. No shade. And Kingdom Come, you know, Fast Way, some shade. You should have stuck to the Zeppelin. After that, Fast Way, Fast Eddie isn't with us anymore. Fast Eddie, wherever you are, Eddie, here, there. You know, no, you should not have gone to hair metal. You know, you couldn't stay in Motorhead. We understand why. You know, you thought Lemmy lost a plot in doing Stand By Your Man with Randy O. Williams. He didn't. It's brilliant. But Fast Eddie thought Lemmy lost a plot, so he said, I'm out of here. I'm forming a band with, you know, Beat Ray from UFO. And then, of course, Pete wasn't there, but the band's named for Pete Way and Fast Eddie, Fast Way, right? They had debut records. Great fun. And then they got self-conscious. Oh, it sounds like Zeppelin. Good. Stick with it. If that's what you want to do, and that's what we want to hear, do it. Hear that, Jayler? Do what you want to do. I may well love it, whatever you do next. Okay? but you want to keep up with the Led Zeppelin mode and do your thing through that, bless your heart. I'm down for it. Thank you for watching, and we'll see you again soon.